Hi everyone, we are here back in Franchise Kingdom, the place where we solve everything on your favorite franchise. In this case, The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Balance. In the last episode, we saw Judy betraying Varric. Surprisingly, the question is, she really betray him or not? She still love him or not? Um, oh yeah, and bowling as well. And we have this uh, war scenario, um, kind of siege that Kuvira did with the metal seed of Zaofu. And I think if you're thinking that it could happen a peace solution, yeah, the title of this episode kind of spoiled that. We're gonna have a battle. So yeah, war begins. The last place that it still holds some resistance against the conquest of Kuvira, the reincarnation of Chan the Conqueror, uh, is this place, and Korra is there, which in past seasons could mean that she would begin a war. But the thing is, the war already is there. So, right? She's there to finish the war, but she's like, yeah, she probably her. What I'm guessing is, if not more in this episode, but it kind of already happened in the previous episode, is her reluctant way, her um, way of thinking that, yeah, let's just talk and it's gonna be resolved. It's kind of gonna make the war happen, and if she really tried to make force, I'm not gonna say she try force would not happen in war because, yeah, if she try the war would begin anyway. But probably maybe it would end faster. I don't know because the thing is, we see in the beginning of the season, and unless a new villain appears, Kuvira gonna be the villain until the end. So I don't see her losing here. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I so just let's just begin this and see what this episode show to us now. Wow, that was a crazy episode. So going back to everything that happened, the very beginning we have Sue trying to invade the camp from wait of Kavira, and this was really, really, really stupid. Like really stupid. Um, I say before, of all the villains of the whole franchise, Avatar, uh, the probably Kuvira is number one in terms of not being surprised easily. Okay, of course, I may giving too much credit for her since we are still in episode what 6 or something like that, and most of the villains I know for at least one season. So yeah, but even at the beginning, like Amon was not that like surprisingly, especially when we learned, like when we learn his secret, which is basically okay, is a big secret, yeah, but it's just like who he was. So like, yeah, he was not that, and also he was not that prepared for someone that used a mask, and like he was not that prepared. Come on. The second season, third season, had villains that no, the second season was just a stupid guy. The third season has a way more well prepared villain with a crew and with powerful uh, allies, I would say. Uh, in the last Airbender, we only had stupid villains, like everyone, with one exception, which you know who I'm talking about, the crazy sister. Before she became crazy, I think she would be like very hard to surprise, right? even if we had some plot holes there, like Aang not able to like catch her, or Toph not able to catch her, like in a place full of earth, and Aang being way faster than her, and saying that he is not, which is a lie. But the whole thing's about that. Kuvira shows some imponent thing that I don't see with anyone else in the series, because we have like Zhao is a fucking stupid, just like the second season from Korra. What was his name? I'm trying to remember. Wunalak also was really stupid. Um, we have the I also don't remember his name of the Basing Se in Lesser Banner. He appeared to be a really good villain, but then when he tried to punch Appa in a place full of earth that could be he could bend, and he just tried to punch Appa, I say, yeah, this guy, yeah, stupid. Um, they don't have Ozai that has a massive presence of fire and dominance and can and want to be unto he wants to world to be burned in ash and all. Yeah, really cool and all. But like I don't know. I don't feel much about him as a villain because first of all, he's not a character. He was not built as a character. He was built very well before he appearing, and when after he appearing, he was completely neglected. And yeah, uh, um, why am I struggling to remember names now? God damn it! I don't have my notes of Last Airbender anymore because I thought I would just remember. Um, You know who I talking about, like the sister of Zuko. Come on. She had more presence than most villains in the whole series, including Legend of Korra. But she also do things on her way that is clearly not the best sometimes, right? Um, like when she was discussing with her soldier when the soldier was completely right, right? But she wants to do things her own way. Kuvira, in a way, reminded me of her because she also wants to do things on her own way, but she's usually right, right? Um, you can discuss about her the methods of she's doing things maybe not the best, but yeah, like I'm saying, I don't know what really is her objective in the end. Okay, she gonna conquer the of her empire like she is doing, and after, let's suppose that she conquer uh Zaofu, like of course now she conquer, right, after this episode, but let's suppose that okay, now the Earth Empire, what's she gonna do, right? I didn't know her plans yet, so it is hard to compare with anyone else. But she's definitely not someone that you can just sneak in a place and kill. You know, like Zuko. With all the respect for Zuko, people try to do that many times. Uh, Kuvira is not like that. Kuvira is prepare. And especially because we're talking about Kuvira knew her, and she knew that probably she would do something like that, which makes things even worse. And come on, she probably knows to do that thing with the fist to localize people. She probably flew you a long time ago when you tried to invade. Like so, it was not as smart idea ever. There is no you could say that is not much of a way of how you would do things, but as a leader, what she should do is the same thing that Bumi did when the Fire Nation invade Omashu. Okay, I surrender. I surrender. You leave everyone in peace. Um, and in this case, even different from Bumi, she would not change the culture of everyone. I mean, a little, but not that much. It's not all the country invading. She would be the maximum leader of the place, but probably she would still leave Sue being in a high position. Like You could maintain, preserve everyone's life. Like Bumi was really smart. He's crazy. He's a mad genius, but he is really a good leader. Um, the thing about I say many times is like there's a difference between you being a good leader in times of peace and you being a good leader in times of war and instability. Like there are some people that are good in some times and are not in others. One good example of that is um, Katara. I don't think she would be a good leader in war. She make terrible decisions in war. Uh, in a group, not even as a leader of a nation. But Aang would be a really good leader in both times of peace and war because he's a rare species because most time people are not that. So clearly, he could be a good leader in times of peace in a way that the people will like her. But the problem is the people that um, want more, just like Uvira, just like many people in the army that were thinking that Su could have been way more. Even when the Earth King was alive, she could still do something against that and make the Zaofu independent, for example. But she never tried to do anything like that. And people kind of grew resentment of that. In terms of war, she's a terrible leader. Like, come on. Uh, she think that she would catch overguard Kavita. She really, really don't know Kavita. I know her in 2 episodes more than her in how many years she had with her. Like, it was really stupid in many ways. And also, she put everyone in danger, just like the Airbenders put also everyone in danger. Because Kavita could say easily, and no one could ever say anything against Kuvira if she decided to kill everyone in Zaofu after that. Because she was, of course, she tried to negotiate with Zaofu in a way that kinda was threatening, but she was. People tried to assassinate her when she was in time of peace. The leaders tried to assassinate her, and then um, we had another deal of peace with her fighting out the Avatar. She would not kill Korra there. She would just fight and defeat her. And the Airbenders try and attack her, defeating again another treaty of peace. Like, there was really no need for them to attack Kavira there. Like, no need whatsoever. And then I would not. It's clear that Kuvira don't want to do this, but if Kuvira wanted to kill everyone in Zaofu, no one could say anything against that because the Airbenders that suppose have the pact of not attacking, not aggressing, were aggressive, like without no need. If she was trying to kill Korra there, and it was okay, let's fight to the death, and if you kill me, you can do whatever you want, and our army gonna be gone, not gonna do anything more. If I kill you, I kill you, and you and all your airbenders do nothing. If that was the treat, I could agree with them. But they attack like there's no reason whatsoever they did that. That was really, really a Qatar way of doing things. Really stupid. Um, there's no emotional reason. Stupid. No, no. This is just stupidity. Um, and then we have um, the whole thing with her Kuvira talking with uh, Sue about, yeah, you're a coward because you attack me, and when I'm sleeping, you're a coward because yeah. And I agree with everything. Yeah, she's a complete coward doing all that. At, exactly like the Airbenders, like Jinora and Oppa are completely cowards as well. But the last thing that she said is like, you're a coward because you have fears to have a fair fight. That was not a fair fight, Kuvira. Come on. You bring an army of I don't know how many thousand giant armors. I mean, not giant, but like armors and tanks and whatever to a city that has almost no one to defend themselves. Like, this is not a fair fight. Come on. Unless be, the thing is, she could say that she could do the same thing that she did with Korra and argue that, well, let's just have a fight and something like a fair fight, okay? Fair, fair, Junora, Junora, fair. So you know what fair means? Um, but yeah, no, it's not the case. So Kuvira cannot say anything against that as well. Um, I like to see why, like, Korra changed a lot, and um, but it's really interesting to see that she changed a lot, and the whole thing with her seeing the avatar state of herself in Kuvira, what it was about that? It was because Kuvira looked like her and she was still like reminiscence of whatever things, or the whole thing with the avatar uh state ghost was nothing to do with the poison. Like there are a lot of things to be said about this. Varric is changing. He's becoming a good character. Maybe, and this is maybe. Now I said that in last episode that Juji may still have feelings for Varric, and I think after this episode, what I think is, yeah, Juji, I think Juji completely make Varric out of her life, and really thinks Varric would never uh, accept her or understand that she likes him, or even in the meaning of giving uh, value for like someone that uh, the thing is not it's not that Varric not never show affection. It's that Varric not even uh, give a minimum of like you're a good worker, you're a good assistant. Not even that. Like come on, he's a terrible even leader. She's just stay with him because of course she loves him and because he's a crazy genius and yeah, I understand you working for a genius. It could be interesting and hopeful for humanity and whatever, right? Even if sometimes, most times, there could just bad things, especially in the beginning. But that's another story. Um, I think the whole thing that this show is going is that now that Varric is supposedly be dead and he's gonna appear, and maybe he gonna have some reconciliation with her because now he understand the necessity. The whole thing about you only understand when you lose something that you understand the value that you give to this. Yeah, now that he lost Judy, he knows how much he value to her. Now the question is how Judy would react to that. She will accept him openly. Yay, everything's fine. She gonna struggle with that for one full episode or even more than that, the full season. Or is she never gonna accept him again? I don't know because I feel the Varric gonna this change for Varric is forever. I mean, this is the last season, but yeah, until the last episode, right? He will really try to convict Judy. I don't know what Judy would do with that. That's the question. The whole thing with I say this during the episode. Yeah, the guy wants to see how 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 Varric was doing things to then do it himself, and it was kind of what he did, right? That was totally that. And these re-education places, like, yeah, we seen some nazi stuff here. Um, Also, the whole thing that the conversation between Oppa and um, or main villain here about um, I want equality, and Oppa say no, you want order, like everyone obeying you. Like one thing's opposed to another. Like I don't agree with Kuvira. Okay, I may if you were watching only this episode and see my review, like you may say, "Oh, this guy is a fan of Kuvira." No, I'm not. Um, but everything that she says is not contradictory. Equality and distribute. Oh my god, how to say that in English? Uh, Bake, pick like okay. Zaofu is the probably richest and most developed city in the Earth Kingdom. I think it's fair. This is a debate for most countries have. When you have a city that is very rich and other cities that are very poor, right? How you do that? And one of the reasons is well, the president or the king, whatever, gonna do is pick something from this most richest city and give to the most poor. And of course, the people from the rich cities, hey, no, that's not a good idea, right? And the people from the poor is are dying. So like, okay, maybe exaggeration in some terms, but like, um, this is a debate in most countries. We have here probably in your country as well. So like, yeah, it has. Like, I think it's a fair point that Kuvir is doing. Um, Equality in true sense could be hard to do. The problem is she's doing order and all. Like the thing is, you could do both. They are not they're not opposed. Like when she says, "I want equality," and you say, "No, you want all the rich, all the gold, all the money in one place." That's you can say. Now you want water. Like okay, and but I want equality. That's what I say. What is saying about order? Like what the hell, right? Just a minor debate about how you answer something with another question, right? You have also the whole thing with Kuvira. Kuvira really, I said that I think in a few episodes that she she really wants, she really think that she would win against or Avatar from the beginning, which is really crazy if you think about it. Like how good you have to be. Even if like I feel most villains also think that, right? Yeah, I can go toe to toe with the Avatar and I will still win. Every villain say that, and every villain prove to be right because they always have something that the Avatar don't has. It could be a new type of bending or just be better in this bending than the Avatar is, right? Um, the thing with Kuvira is that, well, first of all, as I said before, this fight should end in 2 seconds. Like, make a wind, blow Kuvira to the high, and make her stay there. End of fight. Is that hard? Is that hard? I say that with Aang from the very beginning. Do that with everyone, you're gonna win. Everyone. I mean, in Aang's case, most of his adversaries are like firebenders, so it's not that easy. Ozai could kind of fly, right? With fire. Azula, god damn it! So hard that I was not remember her name. Azula could also do that, but well, Zahir is, yeah, don't even need to say. But all the others, like you could do that and end a fight, like really. Um, Against Earthbenders specifically. Of course, Kuvira can use metal, and she has metal with her, so she can attack from there. But like, okay, god damn it, it's still like it is. Another thing that you could do that I'm trying to remember if we ever see, probably not. This is Nickelodeon after all, but like we see worse things in the last season. For example, Zahir did, right? You could easily do is a tornado behind no, with the character in the center and make him lost. In a very way, it's kind of what Zahir did, but I'm talking about a simple matter of making something uh, with the God damn it! How is so that hard to explain? Make a tornado and with Kuvira in the middle. Like, okay, it's the end of the fight. Like, you're gonna lost your breath. You don't need to do it until you kill her. Just make her surrender. You can argue that Kuvira will never surrender and you're gonna end up killing her. But the thing is, it will be a bad idea. I talk about how it could have more people there that would do what she did, but at the same time, right? Like, you know, sometimes I feel that when you need to do thing violent, she just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, right? And I not even talk about this season specifically. Like, Korra is different from Aang. Don't really care about killing people, right? The whole problem with Aang killing people, that even if he, of course, killed a lot of people just with airbending out of mountains, for example. Like, come on, they are dead. You're not gonna trust me. You're not gonna convince me that he did not blow up a person from a mountain and the person is still alive. Uh, but and the whole bullshit about him not killing Ozai if he killed people before, right? Um, but Korra don't have this problem. So like, okay, I'm gonna kill you. End of the story. Like, she would not need the Avatar state to do that. Come on. It's not that hard to do. God damn it. I talk too much again, so I see you guys in the next